Hello guys, now we're gonna work on the tab booking in the worksheet 1 E3. So this worksheet asks you to count, use the formula count mainly. There are different type of count formulas, so we have to use the count if, count A and count blank. So first things is a total. Let's do the total seat. So imagine this one is an airplane, and there is the business class is here in blue, and the economy class is this one in yellow. So business class in blue, and yellow is the economy class. So we're gonna have to calculate the total seats inside the blue area. So how you can see, there is some seats are being occupied and some seats are free. So we need to use a formula to calculate both occupied and both empty seats. So we're gonna have to join two formulas together. So we start our formula as usual with the equal, and we're gonna have to use a formula called count A. So the count A formula, I double click on count A, so it's gonna open the brackets for me. And so the count A formula, it will calculate, you're gonna count the cell which contains something inside. So in this kind of case, it will count any seats that are being occupied. So to do this one, I need to select with the mouse the area where we want to do our count. So we select all the blue parts of the plane, and we're gonna close the brackets. So now we're gonna add up on the formula the second parts, which we want to calculate how many seats are empty. So we're gonna use a different formula, it's called count blank. So count blank and open bracket, and same things like before, we select the part of the plane that is the business class plane, so the blue parts, and after we close bracket and we press enter. And now you can say it calculates for us the total of the seats of the plane. So now we're gonna calculate which kind of seats are being occupied by adults. So the A1 are occupied by adults and the C from children. So we're gonna start the formula as usual with equal. After we use a formula, it's called count if. So count if, it will count anything in base a condition. So uh, here is called criteria. So we're gonna count if, first things, the range is mean that we need to select with the mouse the area that we want to check. So we're gonna select all the blue area, so all the business class area. After we press comma, I always say here on the um, on the formula instruction. So you say range after comma, after we need to put the criteria. So the criteria, we want him to count if he's adult. So if here I show A. So anytime we want to put like a text, we want to check a text, we need to put the text inside the quotation mark, because otherwise it will get confused with a formula. So we start quotation mark, we put A, we close quotation mark, and our formula is finished. We're gonna close brackets and we're gonna press enter, and it will count the seats that are being occupied by children, adults. We're gonna do the same things for the children. Equal count if, open brackets, we select the area we want to check, so all the blue area there, we put comma, as I say on the formula, and after the criteria. So in this kind of case, we want to check if is C, so for children. And after close brackets, so quotation mark, C, close quotation mark, and close brackets, and we press enter. And we got all the okay, so you can see here the formula is wrong. It should be 13 on there, press 13, and after this one it should be 4, and I put 4 on there. So at least we fixed our formula. Okay, so now we're gonna do the second part. We're gonna do the same thing for the economy class. So as we done before, we're gonna use the two formulas merge it together. We're gonna do one formula plus the other formula. So we're gonna first count the occupied seats. So we're gonna use the formula count A, and we're gonna select the area of the economy class. So anything's in yellow. After we're gonna close the brackets, and we're gonna start because we're gonna add up the empty seats. So we're gonna press plus, and we're gonna use a formula which is count the empty seat, so which is count blank, open brackets, and we're gonna select again the area in yellow and close brackets and enter. And like this, we're gonna get the totals on the total seats on the economy class. So now we're gonna use again the formula if, count if, so equal count if, same things like before. We want to check if adults, so we're gonna select the range again, so the yellow parts, comma, and after we want to put the criteria. So our criteria is A, so we're gonna put A between quotation mark and enter. And same things here, we're gonna look for C, so equal count if, open brackets, we select the range, comma, and we put the criteria which is C, so open quotation mark C and close quotation mark, close brackets, and enter. So now we need to do the top one, so total children tickets. So we could just add up using a normal formula and add up the this one plus this one. So it will equal this one plus this one. Otherwise, we can use again the countif formula. So we're gonna check in all the planes. So equal count if, open brackets, gonna select all the plane, and the condition we want to check is this one is for the uh, so okay, we want to check for C, so we're gonna put comma, open quotation mark, C, close quotation mark, and close brackets, and we press enter. It will tell us there are 22 seats on there. And after we do the next one, we need to check the adults for all the plane again. So count if, open brackets, we select all the plane, and we put open bracket, the open quotation mark A, close quotation mark, and close brackets, and it's done. And last one, total tickets sold. So it's gonna be equal. So we're gonna do 22 plus 34. So we're gonna select the two cell with a simple formula, and it's 56. So I'm gonna change the formula there. So it's gonna show that it's correct. And after we're gonna do this one. So to calculate the empty seat, we're gonna just use the formula count blank again. Count blank. So we want to check the count blank inside the business area, so the blue one, close brackets, enter. So we're gonna check for the empty seat on the business class in the economy. So count blank again, open brackets, and after we select the yellow and we close brackets and we press enter, and total empty seats, unsold tickets, same things, we're gonna do the total there, so equal this one plus this one, and we got all the details there. Make sure that we're gonna align the data in the same way. So last things we need to check is we're gonna have to do the the score. We want to select in all the spreadsheet how many correct are on there. So let me fix 1 second these formulas here. So it's 21, this one, and after this one is 18. Okay, so how you can see to fix it, this formula that is checking for us is the if formula we covered before. So what it does, it goes the logical test, so it will check if the results is inside the box that we calculate is correct. So in this case, the right answer is 18, so we're gonna put 18. So if it's 18, it will visualize correct. So if we put correct between the quotation mark after comma, and in the case it's wrong, we just need to put an empty space, so it's gonna be two quotation mark without anything in the middle. I press enter, and now you can see now it's visualized correct as it's supposed to be. So now on here we're gonna write our count if formula again. So equal count if. So we're gonna select all the spreadsheet like this. So until there. So at least, and after we're gonna put the condition. So we want to check for correct, close quotation mark again, and close brackets, and enter. So it will calculate. As you can see here as well, we need to fix the formula. So we're gonna fix that as well. So in this kind of case, you need to check if the result is 3. So if it's 3 is correct. So I change that one for 3. Same things for this one there. So we're gonna check for 13. So I got there on the formula in this area here, and I just need to change the number by ends. And the last one, you need to check for 16. A change is correct. As you can see, now it's gonna show that the records is correct. So now I need to find the formula to check the grades. So we want in this box to show the grades. So this formula we're gonna use is called VLOOKUP. It's a more complex formula, but it's not that difficult. So we're gonna start the formula with equal VLOOKUP. Okay. And we're gonna select all the table first. So first things we want to select the the lookup value. We want to check for this is our grade. It's like our score is 12. So we're gonna select for 12, and after we want him to search in the tables what is the letter equivalent to our mark. So it's we're gonna put comma after he said to put a table array. So we're gonna select all the tables on there. And after we need to put the column index value. So this one is column 1, this one is column 2. So we want to find the value inside column 2. So we're gonna just write the 2. And after here it's asked to put the range. So for the comma, ask for the range. So we can use just the approximate match, because sometimes, as you can see, there are not all the numbers on there. So we're gonna put approximate range, and we press close brackets, we press enter, and as you can see on here it will visualize the a value. So this is 12, and it will visualize the grade that is correspondent next to it. So we done everything. I'm just gonna align the value like this. I press enter, and the exercise is done. Well done, guys.